In this video, I break down what may be the NFL's toughest division, the brutal AFC North. Stay tuned to the end of the video where I reveal who wins the North. Last year's winner, the Baltimore Ravens, had the NFL's best record. The #1 scoring defense, led the league with 60 sacks, had the 4th highest scoring offense, and a NFL MVP. The Ravens led the NFL in rushing yards and attempts, and this offseason brought in King Henry. The future Hall of Fame running back makes the Ravens an even more physical team than last season, which is tough to do. What bothers me about the Ravens is all the defections. I'm going to start with the offensive line. The Ravens will start the season with 3 new starters on the O-line. 2 were backups last year, and Andrew Voorhees was basically redshirted last season as he tore his ACL at the 2023 NFL Combine. Defensively, Pro Bowl linebacker Patrick Queen is now with division rival Pittsburgh. Geno Stone is with another rival in Cincinnati, and Jadeveon Clowney is now in Carolina. Stone led the team with 7 interceptions. Clowney's 9.5 sacks were second on the team, and Queen's 133 tackles were second on this team. These weren't just guys, these were impact players on all 3 levels of this defense. But Baltimore's defense will still be very good. Roquan Smith might be the best middle linebacker in all of football, and I swear there were 3 Kyle Hamiltons playing against my Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, and Justin Matabuke was rewarded with a massive contract this offseason. Bottom line, if Derrick Henry stays healthy, this team will be tough to stop, but I don't see any way the Ravens get to 13 wins again. The DTF win total prediction is between 10 and 12 wins this year. But will they win the division? You have to keep watching. Let's look at the Cleveland Browns next. The Cleveland Browns finished 11-6 last season and made the playoffs, but lost in the wild card round to Houston. That Browns team had 5 different starting quarterbacks. Returning starter Deshaun Watson, when he did play, the Browns were 5-1 last season, and they did boast one of the best defenses in all of football. They led the league with fewest yards allowed, fewest first downs allowed, and allowed the fewest passing yards. Myles Garrett won his first defensive MVP award, but maybe not his last. If there is a better pure athlete in the NFL, I don't know who he is. This defense is going to be really good with the additions of Devin Bush and Jordan Hicks. It's even possible this defense could be better in 2024. I'm not worried about the Browns defense, but the offense on the other hand, Nick Chubb will start the year on the PUP list, and Deshaun Watson hasn't been 100% even in preseason. The Browns did sign Jameis Winston and Tyler Huntley in the offseason, but as I am making this video, the Browns are keeping 4 quarterbacks on the roster, which leads me to indicate they're not 100% sold on Deshaun Watson's health. Jerome Ford is solid, but if you're a team trying to improve from a playoff berth from last year, questions about your starting running back and your best offensive player Nick Chubb has to bother you if you're a Browns fan. The yearly win total for the Cleveland Browns is 8.5 with the over at -150. While I hate the -150 out of all the AFC North teams, this is the one to bet on. Numbers are provided by our proud affiliate BetUS. Do you want a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits? Join BetUS with the promo code provided in the description below and start betting today. The DTF win total prediction for the Cleveland Browns is between 9 and 11 wins. I firmly believe that even without Chubb and Watson not at 100% when the season starts, this team's defense will carry them to a winning record. Now, let's take a look at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Last season, the Pittsburgh Steelers finished the season 10-7 and made the playoffs as a wild card, and they went ahead and lost to the Buffalo Bills in the wild card round. Give credit to Mike Tomlin for one of his best coaching performances ever. This offense was horrific, but the Steelers still managed to have a 10-win season and to make the playoffs. For 2024, the Steelers bring in new offensive coordinator Arthur Smith and new quarterbacks Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. To start the season, it will be Russell Wilson as the starter, but in my opinion, it's only a matter of time before Fields starts. The running back duo is special. I've always had a man crush on Najee Harris, and Jaylen Warren was second on the team in receptions to go with his 784 rushing yards. Don't be surprised if both running backs both go over 1,000 yards rushing in 2024. As I am making this video, Brandon Ayuk is a 49er and the Steelers still need help at receiver. Pickens went for over 1,000 yards last year and is a solid piece, but both the Steelers' number 2 and number 3 receiver from last year are gone and the Steelers haven't replaced them. Defensively, the Steelers were 6th in points allowed but 21st in yards. A lot of Steelers fans complain Watt should have been Defensive Player of the Year, and I can understand why. Watt's 19 sacks led the NFL, and this defense could be better in 2024. Patrick Queen is a huge free agent signing from Baltimore, and Joey Porter Jr. has superstar written all over him. There is no question the Steelers defense will be good, and I really like the running back duo, but in case you missed it, I'm not sold on Russell Wilson. In my opinion, after watching this offense in preseason, I don't see how this offense can keep up with this great defense to make the Steelers a playoff team in 2024. Until Tomlin has a losing record, I won't bet on it, but the DTF win total prediction for Pittsburgh is 7 to 9 wins. And spoiler alert, I have the Steelers finishing last in the AFC North. Now, let's look at last year's cellar dweller in the AFC North, the Cincinnati Bengals. First off, as I am making this video, Jamar Chase has not signed a new contract, but is expected to play week 1 versus New England. I fully believe this contract will get done and Chase will have a dominant 2024 season. T. Higgins is also playing for a new contract and could have a massive year. I'm also excited about the Bengals' other receivers. Please forgive me as I butcher his name, but Andre Yoivish and third rounder Jermaine Burton are athletic with massive upside. I will admit losing Tyler Boyd bothered me, but he turns 30 in December and his production has dropped every year over the last 4 years. This receiving core is young and extremely talented and one to fear going into 2024. The Bengals defense last season was not good statistically speaking, but I am a huge Lou Anarumo fan and this defense did produce a lot of sacks and turnovers and will be better in 2024. The Bengals defense brought in 3 key players in free agency: Geno Stone from Baltimore and his before mentioned 7 interceptions last season, Von Bell and Sheldon Rankins. The 2 safeties along with second-year safety Jordan Battle allow former first-round pick Dax Hill to move from safety to corner where he seems more comfortable. The Bengals also added 2 defensive tackles in the draft, and even though he's out for the first couple of games, Myles Murphy will help a pass rush anchored by Trey Henderson, who was tied for second in the NFL last year with 17.5 sacks. But this team revolves around Joe Burrow, and when he plays a full season, good things happen. In 2022, the Bengals advanced to a Super Bowl. In 2023, they made it to the AFC Championship game. If Burrow stays healthy with this receiving core and improved defense, this will be a scary team. The DTF win total prediction for the Bengals is between 10 and 12 wins, just like the Baltimore Ravens. I firmly believe the Bengals and Ravens will go to the playoffs, and it's highly likely the Browns will also get a wild card spot. In my opinion, it's deciding between the Ravens and the Bengals, but every NFL season, a team finished last the year before wins the division the following season. In 2023, it was the Houston Texans. In 2024, it will be the Cincinnati Bengals. Congratulations, Bengals fans. I got you winning what could be the toughest division in football. Check out all my divisional breakdowns here, and don't forget, starting September 9th, I bring you some afternoon delight. 3 straight hours of football talk Monday through Friday, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific on the show. All questions are answered. Join the fun starting September 9th. I hope to see you there.